Hi everybody. I just wanted to quickly come on and speak to you a little bit about anxiety and depression. And I said in my last video that, I'm sorry, I'm just making myself comfortable here on the sofa. I said last time that I've been diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of the lessons that I've learned. Throughout my journey, I have been working relentlessly on bettering myself and on my overall mental health. I'm sorry, I'm just going to put the volume on the TV down. Anyway, so I have actively been working on my mental health through doing just a little bit more exercise, because exercise releases the endorphins, and the endorphins make you happy. And as I say, going legally blonde, for anyone who's watched it, happy people don't kill their husbands, right? Anyway, so just wanted to talk a little bit about what I've done. So one of the lessons that I've learned is to recognize my triggers. So what sets off my anxiety, and the anxiety then leads to depression. So it's just really a vicious cycle, and I'm trying to work on ways, or find ways that I can break that. And for me, what I have done was recognizing my triggers. My son had a party at my house, and he invited quite a few of his classmates, and I said, you know what, I can't handle like 20 odd kids in my house by myself. I'll need some help. So I decided to invite some of the mothers. Now, a lot of the moms I don't know. I've seen them at school. Some of them I've never seen before. I didn't even know their names. And I invited some of the moms, and we had an absolutely amazing time. But beforehand, my anxiety just got the better of me, because I was so worried. I was panicking that I'm going to have all these people in my house. What if they don't enjoy themselves? What if I don't have enough food? What if if I don't have enough to drink, and sweets and entertainment for the kids and the adults, and things like that. And in the end, it all turned out fine. And at the same time, so in a short space of time, my son was leaving his school to go to a new school, and we had the party. I was about to embark on a new venture in terms of my job and career, and it was a lot of changes. And I wrote a blog post about that on my blog, beautyofmychaoticmind.com. I'm just talking about recognizing my triggers. And what I've come to realize is that one of my triggers is definitely change. Any sort of change, sudden change, really sets off my anxiety. And having people come to my house, that I don't know, people that I'm not I'm familiar with, but I don't know them. So that one, change really is one of my triggers, and that sets off the anxiety. But I've learned to recognize that as one of them, and now I'm trying to figure out ways that I can prepare myself better, because in life, change happens around us all the time. Sometimes it goes unnoticed, other times you are so aware of it. So just wanted to, that's one of the things that I've done. I just wanted to say that that's one of the things that I've tried to do, is to recognize my triggers. So if anyone is suffering from anxiety or depression, or any form of mental health, it may be worth just thinking about your triggers, what sets that off. You can read a bit more about my triggers and what I wrote about it on my blog if you wish. I just think that it's so important for us to talk about mental health. There's such a lot of stigmas around mental health. Nobody talks about it, and when you do talk about it, you are met with some sort of prejudice, and the stigma and everything. And it took me a while to open up about my mental health journey and my journey with anxiety and depression. I'm still on medication for it. I am weaning myself off of it just now, but I'm doing it slowly but surely, until I know that I feel you know, I don't want to go cold turkey. I just want to feel that I'm okay and I can do it, you know, by myself, and I can handle it. So other things that I've done is, apart from recognizing my triggers, is I don't want to solely rely on medication. So I started doing a bit more exercise, and I also started to do that's my son peeking through the door. I also started to listen to this guy. His name is Thomas Hall, on YouTube, and he does this positive thinking hypnosis. And at first I was like, oh, this is just a load of nonsense. But as a psychology student, I thought, you know, I need to go into this with an open mind. Let's give it a try. And you know what? I think it's working for me. I'm able to handle certain situations better. You know, my job as a complaints manager, excuse me, can be very stressful. You deal with, you know, not so nice situations a lot of the time, and you know, that can really affect you. And what I have found the best thing for myself is to just, you know, think about it differently. Oh, that's my husband coming in. Think about it in a different way and figure out ways that I'm able to handle things, are able to deal with things. And being able to recognize your triggers really helps. And also, you know, positive affirmation